Hello. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 89 of Hardcore Minecraft. And we're going to hop back in. Let me just get my webcam on. Hello. I don't really have much to say because I honestly forgot what we were doing last time. Or what the plans are for today, so I'm kind of just trying to think. I remember we were working in the end last time, and I did some brief work in the what's it called? On the Nether Highway. Anyways, whatever. I'm still trying to wake up. My coffee hasn't kicked in yet. I guess we're sleeping because I don't know. It's weird. I was kind of hoping that would be a thunderstorm, but it looked like it just turned to nighttime, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I think we worked on this last time. And we determined that in order to fix everything, we would have to move the entire highway over by one block. And then I was like, ugh. So I basically just gave up on this for the current moment. But mainly what we were doing last time, I think, was working on the end highway to the end portal. I'm gonna take a quick look at my stream now. Stream. Oh, there's still stuff here. Strange. I'm assuming that's because of the plans for this, but I don't think that's what I want to focus on today. Let me just take a quick brief look at what we were doing last time. Here I am. Yep. Let me go back to my stream from yesterday. And we were working on the highway, working on the end. And that was it. Nothing else. Okay. So yeah, that was it. Whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of infrastructure work. So what I think we should do today is move this main area over by one block. And then what we need to do is we need to rebuild the highway section that we got rid of, or we fixed. So first up, it's gonna be a whole lot of just moving blocks back and forth, unfortunately. You know what I need to start doing? I need to start carrying like a block of wood on me so I can immediately get rid of that tooltip in the top right. It shows up every time I switch back to this update. It's really loud. Let's turn those guys down just a little bit. This is going to be pretty loud. Alright, I think that should be enough for the current moment. So I'll probably end up just heading back and starting with the whatever we need to do. Starting with moving that thing, but first I'm gonna get rid of this stupid tooltip. Oh, never mind, it disappeared right as I placed down my ender chest. How wonderful. Alright, so this should be pretty easy to remake. When I had to move the other one, it didn't take me very long either, so... what I'll start by doing is removing this section of the highway so I know where to start. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That was a complete accident. Alright, and then... so I don't remember how we did this. Let me go look at the other one real quick. It's funny because last time I was like, there's no way I'm going to do all that work just for that one block. He's a little stubborn. So yeah, it's supposed to just flow through. There isn't supposed to be a second, like 2 blocks together, which is what we have here at the current moment. It's funny how 1 block can change everything. Now we can either move it 1 block to the left or 1 block to the right. I think I'm probably gonna go with 1 block to the right, so let me just make sure. Yeah, 1 block to the right should work fine. Alright, so we'll need to remove all this blue ice. That's what I'll do first. We're looking on inventory space, pretty good. Alright, it should be good from here. Should be good from here. I think we're honestly just gonna go up to the intersection point. Which is up here. Just get rid of that too. And then we're gonna have to move that as well over by 1 block. So that is good to go. Alright, so let me replace all this ice. Yep, that looks so much better. Oops. Works perfectly. We'll just leave that there for now. Let's do the, what's it called? Let's do the buttons. I don't know what that was. I don't know how exactly I want to do this. I think we'll just get rid of 1 button for now. I think it was like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Alright, let's replace the slabs. Hello. And the floor should be good to go, which is like the most important thing. I think I did this wrong though. Hold on. Because the section up here is supposed to have blocks in it. I don't remember how many. It's also where these buttons come into play. I think it's 2. We'll do 1. Looking for a block that's on my hotbar. Great start. Okay, so there we go. I think that's what it's supposed to look like. Bye-bye. Now we can use the slabs that we had to hopefully finish this. We can't finish it by a few blocks, but that's fine. More than a few. Whatever. We gotta redo all this anyway. So it's not a big deal. Okay. Still waking up. So getting there. Oof. Oops. Let me look. Is it 5? No. Wait a minute. What? Okay, so the ice blocks. Oh, that's right, because it's completely misplaced right now anyway. Okay. So we need to have 3 bricks and three bricks. So it'd be right here. Okay. The highway looks beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. Spent way too much time on it, but it will finally look fine after today, hopefully. What am I doing? I'm getting blackstone. That's right. Because we need to go to the end, and we need to put what's it called right here? Slab here, slab here. Nope, not right there. Grabbed a little much, but that's fine. Wait. I think it goes like this. And then there's a slab in the middle here. Mm-hmm. But that wouldn't make sense. Wait a minute. Go down to the middle section here. See something. Oh, it does work. No, wait. Because the ice block needs to be next to the blackstone. So that doesn't work. Oops, hold on. You can just move it one to the left. It wasn't done anyway, so it's honestly fine. So we can do it like that. Button, button, and then like that. It's all coming together. So button there. Nope. Not that. Like that. Just like that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna move the entire thing right here, this thing. So how am I gonna go about doing this? The way I would like to do this would be to use, just build every single block like one over like this. I think I should just start from scratch. I'm gonna get confused so easily. This. Oh, and moving all that stuff back is gonna be a pain as well. But let me. That was a bit risky. Speaking of risky, That was a bit risky. I like taking a few risks. That was a little stupid. Oh my god. Note to self: don't do that again. That is not very smart. Okay, so learning our lesson. We're gonna work on the inside this time. Okay, so like that, and then bingo. That looks kind of right. But these are slabs, not whatever. I do not like to play with lava. I am just below average intelligence. So the right way to do something doesn't come to me until after I make 15 mistakes first. Okay, gotta go to stupid town before I figure out the right way to do things. There we go. Hey, that looks good. Okay, so we're gonna move this back, right? The corner, it's just like that. Oops. Corner's just like that. You know what, I'm gonna rip it off like a band-aid. Do I have a chest anywhere? Here's the plan. I have no plan. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a chest there. We're gonna pop that open. Do that. Bingo. Okay, so I don't remember how this was organized, but I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Wall. Wait, wall? What do I use wall for? Hold on. Sure. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Wicked smart. Wicked smart. Where did the rest of that ice just go? Are things falling in lava? Probably. Because I saw a full... Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, at this point it doesn't really matter because we have like a million of everything in terms of the highway stuff, but still. Okay, that'll do. That too. And then misc nether ice. I've been wanting to do an ice highway for a while because it looks dope in the nether, but I've always been going to the roof and just flying everywhere for now. Yeah, that's a smart way of doing it. It's minimal effort. All you gotta do is just mine out a hole and then you're good. And it's a lot less risky. But I don't know. I've always had some kind of connection to having like a highway system in my world. I don't know what exactly causes it, but I was like, I gotta have this like system. Otherwise I'm gonna get lost. So we'll just delete everything, no matter what. You know what? Just cause chaos. Harvester of chaos here. And I'll figure it out once I make sure everything doesn't despawn. Okay, so sand, sand, sandstone, sand, sand, sand. Sandstone, sand, sand, sand. 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 Chiseled. The atmosphere in the Nether is amazing. It's also very dangerous. Which is why I've had a lot of near-death encounters in the Nether. Even in my later parts of this world. I feel like I can't seem to stay alive. It's always lava or piglins or just some kind of baloney will happen, and I'll get close to death. I won't die. I'll just get close. We're missing one thing. I have no idea where that one thing is though. It's the I had a second stack of buttons. Oh, it's in here. Not bad. It's supposed to go in there. Okay. That went surprisingly well. I didn't think that that would go that well. I also accidentally put all of my building materials in here. But that went surprisingly well. Yes, yes, very good. That. So I think for right now I'm just gonna focus on the bottom layer, and we'll do the top layer in a minute. Sure, I don't know why I would need an ender chest, but sure. Sure, why not? Alright, so I'm gonna move the nether portal now. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll put obsidian here and here. Get rid of that. We'll start mining this. It's like the most important part of the nether. Or this build right here. The most important part of this build is ensuring we have a working nether portal. Just praying to the Lord that this doesn't fall in the lava. I have no way to save it. No! Fuck me. Rest in peace, ender chest. I'm not even gonna attempt to get that. Oh my Lord above. What a disaster. Whatever. Oh, and I just screwed myself because now I can't get out. Hold on. I gotta... panicking. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Wait, I don't have a flint and steel. I just lost my ender chest, meaning I don't have a flint and steel. I think I have blaze rods here, so we can make another one. Wait. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. That's fine. I have an idea. Maybe I don't. I was thinking I could go get blaze rods. But I think I'm just gonna come to the end. Why am I suddenly clueless. I'll just fly back to spawn. Wait, why didn't I just go to my other portal? I'm just gonna fly back to spawn. Or I could just use this to go back to spawn. Actually, this was the smarter way of doing it. Because this will just take me right back to my bed. Bingo. Haha. Now the only issue is... Mistakes were made. I know, I have a lot of builds. I'm trying to think of how I would do this. Okay, so before I go, I need another ender chest. Let me just, before I'm stupid, let me get another ender chest. Where is it? As an ender, we have one here. Right, easy. Thank God. Okay, now we have our flint and steel. And now we can head back. The issue is I don't know where this portal is gonna spawn at. I don't know if it'll actually connect, given it's not lit. No, of course it's not gonna connect. It's gonna be a pain in the dingle. And spawn on top of my highway for some reason. So this highway needs to connect, or this portal needs to connect here. Oh, okay. Good. Now I need another piece of obsidian, which I have on me. Wow. It's almost like I planned that. I didn't. Do I have any glass though? I should probably get some glass because it messed with my highway. There we go. We got a little bit of glass. Only a little bit. Only about 15 stacks. That's fine. No worries. Alright. My brain is braining. My brain is working. It's typical me fashion. Yeah, let me lose the obsidian, and then let me lose my ender chest because I think there's actually obsidian in my ender chest. Yeah, of course there is. Because I'm trying to go to the ender. No part of my brain is like, yep, let's move. So you don't place it in the exact same spot. Like, yep. Just accept your fate. Free obsidian generator. Here we go. It only took ripping my hair out in order to get it. 14 obsidian. It's worth. Alright. Alright, we should be back on track now. Should be. Should be back on track. I don't know though. So the portal has... No, stop. Okay, it doesn't have the obsidian on it, so you don't need the obsidian on it. And then it needs the... Don't. You fucking imbecile. Wait, that doesn't even need to go. It's the next one. It's this one right here. Well, things are looking pretty glum. Wait, why is that? Hold on. Let me look on the outside. Remember when I said I was gonna get confused? We're at that stage of this. Hello? I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. New idea. Actually, no, I'm not just gonna completely restart. That's really dumb. I seem to be an amazing builder. You're seeming very well. Because I am not an amazing builder. I am also not very creative, but what I learned is you kind of just gotta look up some inspiration. Don't copy, but look up like inspiration for your builds. Look up things, see what looks cool, and then put your own twist on it. This I kind of made myself. Like this area right here was all me. This highway system, all me. It went through its own different phases. But things like my house had inspiration. A lot of my builds had inspiration. But I was just looking some stuff up on Google and seeing what looks cool. And then adding your own little flair to it. That makes it you. Because copying things isn't really cool. You don't really feel accomplished. You're just like, oh, I built that. Whereas if you do a twist on it, it makes you feel like it's your own work. Even if you're not creative. That's just my 2 cents on something like that. Then again, who am I? I'm just a guy on the internet. My opinion is not exactly very valuable. Okay, so that looks good. Got caught by automod. That is a very common thing that happens in my chat. Because I have automod very strict. Because I've had, when I would stream other games, I'd have people come in here and be nuisances, if that's a word. I don't think that's a word, but be annoying. I don't mind if it's bypassed, as long as it's not intentional. Like you're just trying to get past what the, I don't know. I think my automod's too strict, but I don't really know what to do to fix it. So I'm just kind of like, if you're saying something important, just bypass it. It's the unfortunate thing about being your own streamer is you don't have anybody to moderate your chats or anything. I don't need this anymore. There we go. I don't mind losing a piece of glass. We have a lot of it. Okay, that looks good. And I think we had slabs here, yep. I mean, when I was starting off building, I would copy block by block, but then again, those builds for me didn't really have a lot of, I didn't really feel like they had a lot of character. I just feel like it was kind of, you know, I'm not gonna say like a lifeless build, but it was pretty, you know, it was not my proudest builds. And even in this world, I feel like I've had some pretty poor builds, but because of me going back over everything later on with a fresh mind. I think that's another thing, is you can never get things right in the first try. So it's not an issue if you mess up or if you don't really know what you're doing on your first try. You can just rebuild it again. I've done that with almost everything in my world. Oh, brother. Yeah, and also another tip I would say when it comes to building from anonymous internet personality is try to have a theme across your builds. It's much easier when you already have kind of an idea of what you're going to build when you're making your next build. So like for the highway system, like I started off by doing those tunnels, and what I did with those tunnels is I made this. I made the tunnels before I even had a nether hub, and then I made my nether hub based off of my tunnels. And then that turned into the new intersections that I have, and then the outside portion, and then the sandstone on the bottom there, the small rooms, all of that. So it's you kind of just want to have a theme, so you're not constantly trying to think from scratch. That's just another 2 cents from random guy on the internet, who also is not very skilled at hardcore. Considering if I did not have a totem, I'd probably have been dead a long time ago. And the thing is, I don't even mind being a random guy on the internet, because at the end of the day, I'm just doing this because I like doing this. Oh, Jesus Christ. I appreciate the follow, man. Just another name, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's funny because I was saying just another guy on the internet, but I wasn't even like taking into account that your name was just another just random name. But yeah, thank you for the follow again, man. I appreciate it a lot. Even small numbers, you know, numbers don't really mean a lot on the internet, because you can be really popular and be an asshole. It's usually the case, because those people, they try and stir up controversy and whatever. But there are some popular people that are pretty nice. They're either really nice or really disgusting people. They're not usually bland. I'd say I'm more of a bland personality when it comes to this game. If I'm playing any other game, which I haven't done in a very long time, I'd be a different person, I would say. Don't know why that's in there. I have all this soul soil. I have all of this soul soil, yet I haven't been using it. Alright, let me look on the outside at this. There is a missing block there, but I don't know what that... I think all that's supposed to turn into whatever anyway. Yeah, every little thing counts when you're small. And, you know, these big streamers, they have, you know, follow every second, or follow every minute, or follow every couple of seconds, or even a follow every hour, if you're like on the lower end of bigger streamers. But those little things, they do mean a lot in the bigger picture. No, I don't know why this is uneven. Why is this uneven? So this is the middle, right? Oh, I see the issue. Okay, it's right here. Now I'm gonna do this one on purpose. So hopefully I don't smack lava here. Too easy. And I didn't even get the block anyway. I just heard it burn. Oh, that looks kind of good. That's not how it's supposed to look, I don't think. That doesn't look right. How's this supposed to look? Okay. Let me go back. Let's see how this looks again. I'm gonna have to do some work. Oops. That's not a pro gamer move. Me smacking the wall, that wasn't really a pro gamer move. I think I'll do this part from scratch, and then I'll probably end up going underneath. By scratch, I mean just getting rid of the extras. It's funny how much I care about these materials, even though they're like a dime a dozen now for me. Oops. I don't know what this is supposed to look like. I think this is just supposed to be slabs. It goes like that, and then it's just slabs like that. And then just 2 glass here. And then this just needs to be transitioned to that. Bingo. That looks good. God bless my amazing memory, because I don't know what I would do without it. Alright, let's cut this open. I think that's supposed to stay the same though. Oops. Yeah, I said this would take me about an hour, and it's probably going to take me about an hour. So this is to become that. And this goes all the way down. And bingo. That sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. What sucks is there's really no, once you lose that memory, there's really nothing you can get back. Like, you're kind of just stuck with your crap memory. Me, I just have short-term memory. So I guess it could always be worse. I just have a really bad memory. Short and long term, honestly. I only remember very specific things, and those things tend to not be things of importance. We do live and we learn. That's so valid. Yeah, because when I inevitably die at some point or decide to restart this world, definitely going to be doing things a lot different than I did the first time. 100%. Does that mean I'm looking forward to it? No. But next time I do it, I think I'm going to be a lot different in my approach on how I tackle hardcore as a thing. I'm also probably going to be in the latest update. I've been in this update for 2 years now. So I'm so used to just 1.16, but I haven't experienced trial chambers or the warden, Ancient City, any of that stuff. Like, I know it exists, but I just have never experienced it for myself. I also have a condition. I'm not going to say what it is, but I have a condition that affects my bones to where I am constantly exhausted due to my bones being stretched out. So that's why I'm always so low energy. It's not just because I'm tired or whatever, there's a reason behind it. You don't gotta be sorry. You didn't contribute to it. It's just how I was made, and the world does things for a reason. Like me flying onto that thing. I think at some point I do want to end up capturing every mob in this world. I hate those things so much. That's why I was gunning for that guy's throat. I think we're done with moving it over by 1 block. Here's... Oops. I messed up. Hold on. Oh, the floor. I forgot about the floor. Gotta do the floor again. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So... when something happens, I'm kind of just like, me. Bad things happen, good things happen, whatever. Everything has a purpose. Okay, yeah, Blackstone is in the middle. I'm also not very good at multitasking, which probably isn't a good thing as a streamer. I can't think about more than one thing at once. Otherwise my memory just goes, what block was there? That's fine. Got a little bit of polished blackstone, we'll be fine. So... don't know where that just went. I think it went through the portal. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Instead of doing that, I'm just gonna... bridge with netherrack underneath me. I think that's the smarter thing to do here. I think last time I bridged from like right here. Whoa. That was not very smart. It'll be fine. It's funny because I've had almost a year and a half to get used to doing more than one thing at once, but I clearly have not. I'm wondering if I should just build an entire platform under here. That's what I'll do. Netherrack is easy to replace. Doesn't matter if you remove it. My eyes hurt thanks to this lava. Lava in this texture pack is just blinding. Other stuff I have to work for, so... Alright, let me get rid of the floor here. I built it too low. So now I have to build up. Another good thing about having this down here is I'll be able to easily get rid of the edges or modify them. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's head back here and let me just make sure it looks good. Yep. I don't know if this one is supposed to have black stone underneath it. Let me take a look. Oh, my nose. No. It doesn't. Strange. It's just I keep thinking those are gonna be the bad ones. Regular piglins, but they're always zombified. Thinking that I should get more netherrack so I can work on the outside. We have 2 double chests of netherrack. It's not exactly going to be a tragedy if I lose 2 stacks of it. I love clicking like 5 times just to not even get the click that I need. Okay. Gonna need about 2 more on this side as well. And we're gonna need like 1 more here. So, I think, yeah, get rid of that. Wait, what? That was dumb. Now let me look at the outside. Let me go compare. So I don't think this one is supposed to be here. And none of these are supposed to be here either. That. Let me just look again. I think that's right. I'm gonna go look 1 more time. I don't remember how the back looks. Okay, yeah, we're good. Looks good. It's funny, I know my spawn region so nice. I'm able to just fly through it with ease. Oh, my phone's ringing. Hold on. something going on. Really. It's crazy how I know how safe I am, given I just sat there on my phone for like a good minute and wasn't even a little bit worried about the game. Let's not miss the jump that time. All right, so that looks good. That was almost a disaster. Thank God it wasn't. So the only thing we need to change is the inside, like the roof. So this looks good. All this looks good. It's just the rail section right here that's still not up to date. So we need to fix that by doing that. This is going to be glass. We need 3 glass. Do we? We don't have glass, do we? That's why that hasn't been fixed. So this. My nose is running. Excuse me. How delightful. Wait a minute. Hold up. I'm confused. So I thought that 3 would go in the middle. Is there only 2 on this side? I think there's only 2. And I think I adjusted this already, and that's why it's not exactly in sync. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. And then boom, boom. I just gotta adjust lantern placement. Instead of being an idiot, let me place it in the right spots. Also not get rid of the block that I need. Oh, so that's good. Let me just get rid of that. Like that. Boom. Oh, that looks good. That is complete. I think that... Would that take me? An hour. Exactly an hour. I only know because it took me an hour last time I did that. Alright, so now I have to move everything over by 1. But first, I'm going to head to the overworld for a brief minute. I'm going to grab that glass and take in the sights while I can. Since we've been in the nether for 10 million years. Sorry, I gotta wear my nose with my shirt real quick. Ugh. Excuse me. My nose is just running like crazy. Alright, so. I'm gonna head back to the nether and put those 3 glass in, so now it's good. Now we gotta fix this, so. Luckily this part is super easy. So this one shouldn't take very long. Funny thing is, at the current moment, there is nothing actually this way that's formally connected by this highway. So I'm basically building a highway to nothing. That's why I'm like, ooh, I just want to stop when we get to the downstairs part for the nether portion. Because I don't really have anything else that way that desires a highway at the current moment. I don't even remember what else is this way. I think it's just the, what's it called? Just the, alright, let me not delete more than I need to. Hold on, let me focus. I think it's just the ice stuff. I think it's 2 different glacier biomes that have links to them. Are we out of inventory room? No, we're just not picking things up. That makes a lot of sense. I'm a bit confused about how that math is mathing, but that's fine. I'll just come back here. Grab some more netherrack. Math wasn't really mathing. Math. It does not feel like it's only been an hour. I feel like I've been doing this for a million years. Not that I'm complaining about it, but I'm like, dude, this takes absolutely forever. At least what I'm doing takes a million years. It's so detail oriented. So this is completely wrong. Hold on. That's why we're having issues. So it would be brick. And then big block and that. And now it's good. We could do that. Oh, and the lantern. Oh, welcome back. Didn't really miss much. I've been just working on my highway. Slowly driving myself to insanity. Other than that, fine. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'd rather, I mean, honestly, I'd rather do that than do this. This is a lot of mind-numbing attention to detail work right now. This is not exactly exciting, but the end result's gonna pay off. Just right now, I'm gonna want to rip my hair out. Wait a minute. Okay, so this has to go here. Yeah, I messed that up. Oops. They did it not very smart. So that, and, oh yeah. Now we're in business. I think those are supposed to be black stone. Okay, there we go. It's getting connected to my way down to the netherite mine that I have. Unfortunately, it was never finished initially, so it's also still unfinished, meaning I'm probably gonna have to finish it today if I get to that point. Wait, why did I just get rid of all of that? That was really dumb. All this stays here. So does all this. This nether ambience is insane. The fact that I haven't heard a song yet is quite interesting. This is where I stopped initially, because the sandstone ends and then it turns into that, and that is just disgusting. That's what my old highways used to look like. All the highways used to look like this. Not exactly kind on the eyes. So I'm happy that we're changing it, but still. So because I gotta redo all that anyway. We're just gonna stop here for right now. Bro, you just placed a block there and I put another one in the exact same spot. Crazy. Nope. Pig block. That looks good. Just gotta change the lanterns now, I think. Yeah, we gotta change the lanterns. It's gotta get moved over by one. Nope, not like that. One will go here and one will go here. We have 3 blocks from each edge. Yep. So this wall is finished. We just need to finish this wall here. So all of this is wrong. Go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, this is not ideal. So we'll just get rid of this for now. Oh, brother. Just can't hang on to anything right now. So I somehow lost a slab there. I don't know how that happened, but okay. So we'll go ahead and do that. Big block goes there. Stairs. All of this is going to get removed, since the wall's going to be pushed back by 1. didn't realize there was a bit of warp forest there. It's actually kind of pretty. Alright, so cut is gonna go here. And then we're gonna probably end up needing a creeper block here. And then that, yep. It's fascinating how my brain works sometimes. One minute I am Pinhead, and the next moment I am Patrick Star, Pinhead. You call him Pinhead. I'm Dirty Dan. One moment I'm that, and the next I'm this great Minecraft engineer of... No, not engineer. Architect. Engineer would mean I'd be good at, you know, doing something other than building. I'm not an engineer. There we go, I found it. Surprised I was able to find it. It wasn't even connected to anything. Let me put it back. Yeah, there we go. Looks good. So now I have to do this side, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and do that. That. Stairs. Stairs. Block. Oh. Got a mushroom growing on that. Interesting. Like, how do I go from dummy to Minecraft architect in 5 seconds? Oh. It's funny because before I started this world, I didn't feel like I had any kind of creative ability. But now that I've actually played this world for almost 2 years now, well, not almost 2 years, that's exaggerative. I've played this for like a year and a half. I feel like my building skills have gotten really, really good, and I'm actually confident to say that I'm kind of a builder. And there's our first Nether song. I've gotten really good at hearing those. Okay. Is this supposed to be like that? I think it is. Alright, so let me just finish the wall here. Oh my lord above. Causing a disaster. Their songs do slap. It does depend on the biome though. Because some of the songs I've heard, I'm like, dude, I've been playing this game for... I've been playing this Nether update for like 2 years now, and I've never heard this song. And then some of the songs I know them but like by name. Like Rabito, know it by name. But some of the songs that come on in like the soul biomes, I'm like, what even is this? Like, I've never heard this song in my life. And this song does a fake out where it sounds like it's ending, but it really isn't. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much it, unless I want to finish that, which I don't really want to. I think I want to go clear my inventory real quick, and then we'll work on it. Because somehow I have a full inventory. Oh, I didn't finish this either. I'll tell you why I have a full inventory. does suck a bit because it's lined up so well with this wall, and now it doesn't line up anymore because of the change I had to make. Yeah, that'll be fine. It might actually work looking like that. Let's see. Nope. Okay. That's where my lantern was missing at. Right there. So this is good now. Until right here. And then I gotta build this. I don't know how I would make this more efficient. I don't want to use minecarts because of how dangerous that area is down there. But I think I might end up having to. Alright. Let me go back. We're gonna finish this out. Oh my. This a nuisance. That's what I am. Absolute. Oh my. Oh, come on, dude. I can't place anything right today. Okay, so that. Slab, 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 slab. And we'll just leave that unfinished right now. Slab, 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 slab. I want to mine everything, but I don't know how that would fare for my materials. Nope. This area looks really cool. I just don't know how it would work. For right now, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Until I figure out a solution. So we'll just do that. I mean, this could be an opportunity to redo this, so I might end up leaving this unfinished right now and coming back to it at a later time. Let's put these blocks in here. I love how I'm like, oh, it's gonna be finished at a later time, but it's been unfinished for like a million years. I gotta finish it like right now if I want to. I think the room would have to start like right here. instead of continuing for that little stretch of highway that really doesn't make sense. And we'll put a lantern there. And then I gotta figure out a way to... Cause I don't know if I want to do this exactly. Wondering if there's another way I could. Stupid Instamine. Go down quickly in the nether. I mean, those like vine things exist. Whatever those things are called. Whatever those vines things are called. I don't remember what they're called. The ones that come out of the trees. Warped vines or whatever those things are called. You just use those. It'd be simple. But I would prefer to having this giant room for a whole lot of nothing. There's an Enderman coming. Oh, Lodi coming. As I completely misplaced everything. Let me not look at him. So we'll get rid of everything for now. Okay, where was my sprint there? Hello? Alright, I'm not picking up lanterns. Oh, I'm not picking up anything. Oh, or rather. This is why you don't do this with an almost full inventory. Not exactly smart. That is not blackstone, my dude. That is clearly not blackstone. Just stressing, that's all. Bro. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this yet. I mean, our tunnel thing that we have is at what Y level? Y41. Ancient debris is typically mined out like Y15. So I'm gonna remove my totem for a second because I need to be able to see. Can't see anything. Have a good sleep, man. It was nice talking to you. I hope you'll come out again. I'll be here next Sunday for you. If you want to come out. But other than that, have fun chilling. I think for right now, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Bingo. I am also really tired, but I can't sleep. It's the middle of the afternoon. So I just gotta continue on. Ugh. Alright. I think... for right now, I think that's all I want to do with another. I don't have an amazing idea of what I want to do with that area. I'm gonna check my phone just to make sure everything's good. We're all good. But yeah. So what else did I want to work on today? I don't want to spend any more time in the Nether. I feel like I've spent a lot of time in the Nether. The fact that I finished that entire thing in about an hour was honestly quite the miracle. So I think that's a sign to leave that and work in the overworld, because once again, it's been quite a few streams since we worked in the overworld. Usually I'm working in the Nether at the end, given my infrastructure there. But with the end, I only have a little bit left. The Nether, I just finished what I needed to. There are a few wants, but I think those could get pushed back until next stream. And with the overworld, there's been a few things that have been pretty neglected, in my opinion. With one of those being the former home of the roller coaster. I feel like ever since I got rid of the roller coaster, I haven't really been doing a lot of work with the overworld. I built this cool looking bridge, which was really nice. I brought back the original lake that was here. That was sick. But other than that, like, there hasn't really been much going on in terms of what we have going on here. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is completely replacing the terrain with grass and remaking all of the pathing. And the plan is to have a giant emerald creeper right where that sign is right there. Because it originally was a plan to be a bridge there, but I really don't know how that's going to work and what it's going to go to, because there's literally nothing over there right now. Plus the bridge would be right here, and it would extend over and run right into this mountain. Would it look cool for like a railway system? Yeah, sure. There was an Enderman there. Yeah, sure, it'd look cool, but overall, I mean, I could honestly think the better idea here is obviously to do other things. It's really unfortunate because I really like this seed, and with it being corrupted and everything, it really is a unfortunate situation, because there's just some parts of the seed that are just stunning. Like this ruined portal right here is a sight for eyes. This entire mountain range at the start of the world. I mean, this world was legitimately perfect, or is. This thing was. Well, it was, because it's not my seed anymore. Any new chunks are loaded in a different seed. But this original world seed was 100% just an absolute treasure. And unfortunately, I'll never get to use it to its full potential. But yeah. Anyways, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in there, we're gonna grab some dirt, and we're gonna get rid of the old pathing where the roller coaster was, because that's not gonna stay a path. It's probably gonna turn into some trees, and we'll have a few paths going around. So we should have a ton of building materials. And by a ton, I mean 6 stacks of grass. That's enough. It's funny because I got rid of so much. Thing is I'm still not satisfied with my nether portal and my railway placement. I still don't think that not either of them are satisfactory. But that isn't exactly something I want to work on right now. What I want to work on is this, because this is a disaster right now. it looks really strange. Another disaster I need to figure out is that, but we'll get to that. That's been on my list for a very long time as well. So the thing is we have this like hard border right here that you can tell used to be something. So what we need to do is get rid of it all. So we'll start with down here because we're just going to get rid of every single block. Shouldn't take very long because it's just removing stone. Rebuilding terrain like this is super easy. So it is not serious. Not to mention it's probably all going to become forest and or pathing. There isn't really a plan for this specific area right here. Yeah, and I'm gonna get rid of the what's it called separately. I'm gonna get rid of the gravel separately. I'm gonna place everything in, all of the grass in, and then we'll just get rid of the gravel. So I have an idea of where everything goes. Oops. It's okay if I do that because I'm getting rid of it anyway. Yeah, the roller coaster was just inherently a bad idea, I think. Personally, that's my opinion. I mean, one, it was extremely ugly, and none of the plans ever came to fruition with it, so it's honestly fine. Number two, it wasn't really doing anything. It was kind of just more of an eyesore than anything. Whereas with every other project I have had in the overworld, it has a purpose. We have our animal farm, we have Big Farm Mountain, we have the bridge as infrastructure. Like everything kind of has a purpose. But that roller coaster was kind of just so left field. It was kind of just me wanting to build it or have this like massive project in order to have something to do, but the real stuff that I needed to do was to work on my infrastructure, which I clearly needed to do because it was a complete disaster once I began working on it. Right now we're working on the I don't really know exactly what I'm going to put here, so it's probably just going to turn back into full grass. But yeah, I would prefer if we don't build on this yet. So I have a few ideas of what I want to do here, but considering I don't have a concrete one, I would prefer if we just stick with full grass for now. I do want to have some pretty cool builds that aren't utility based, but for right now, considering all the issues I'm having with my infrastructure, I'd prefer if we stick to utility based building right now. That's why I'm working on the end. I'm working on the working on the nether highways. I'm working on everything. Everything is getting worked on. So all just revamping old stuff. Moving around my nether portal at my house. I'm moving around all of this stuff. I'm focusing on the roots of this world, which was all of the stuff that you need, rather than just little extra things along the way. It's funny because I could legitimately babble on forever about what I need and what is not a need and whatever. But either way, we're making pretty good progress on this. I'm probably going to end up leaving the path just for right now because I don't really have an idea of what I want to do with that area. But, because it could end up just staying the path. But this area right here, like this giant open stone area, was kind of useless entirely. I do not have any inventory room. Let me go and get rid of some stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking that we could... I think I'm going to change my location of my nether portal again, as well as my railway system. Those are two really easy things to move, so I'm happy that we're having issues with those and not any issues with our actual house. That was, I think, the one thing that I was a little bit concerned with, was having issues with my actual main house. But we haven't had any issues so far apart from our additions to it. Having our additions has been the main source of concern. The things I've added recently. Like adding the bed there was an absolute W. That was an amazing addition. Like it's seamless, it flows, it looks good. But then there's some other things I tried to add, like the nether infrastructure. I think that looks ridiculous. The nether portal. At the current moment, I think it looks ridiculous. So I think about right there is where this path stops. But yeah, I think it looks a little stupid. It's cramped, closeted. It doesn't make sense what I'm doing there. But anyway. Alright, I think that's pretty much it, apart from maybe some of this main area up here, which is like right here. We can go ahead and... some of this is stone because of the stone on the outside. I did think that blending this into the mountain was really cool when I did it. And I still do. I think it's a really nice touch to mesh it into the terrain, even if it's not going to be a forever thing. It might actually be a forever thing because I might end up making a walkway down this way and then making whatever we want to make in the middle here. But yeah, I think having that mesh with the walkway was a pretty cool idea. Having the walkway on the outside here, like going over the water here, is absolutely sick. That would be awesome. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna want to change my nether infrastructure again. I think what I have right now is exactly what I would want for everything. We could build everything the exact same way over and over again now, because it all looks so just flush. Good, it's not resource intensive, it's not hard on the eyes. I mean, resource intensive, maybe. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's a little resource intensive, but it looks amazing, so that's all that really matters. As long as it doesn't require 15 stacks of obsidian, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, this looks good so far. The clearing this out. I think this looks pretty good. I love the pretty grid. like ice cold coffee. That's not supposed to be cold, so it tastes terrible. Luckily, I have just a little bit of water left. Jeez. All right. Okay. Well, that was stupid. Let me go ahead and put that back. But yeah. I think what we're gonna do is fill in these areas. And then we'll remove the gravel and then we'll go from there. Because for right now, I don't really have any ideas. I don't know what this originally looked like, and it probably won't look like this forever because I have ideas on what I want to do here. Probably gonna need a little bit more than 3 stacks of grass if I'm gonna just be a little observant here. I mean, we have those 2.5 stacks of dirt, but I don't know what those are gonna do for me. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to go like that, but sure. Ugh. Yeah, probably isn't supposed to go like that, but whatever. Whatever, because we're gonna completely end up redoing this. Anyway. I have a pickaxe. I have an axe on my inventory. So I don't have to worry about getting dirt. See, we're already out of materials. But yeah, I think what we'll probably end up doing is I'm gonna find a new spot for my nether portal, and I'll find a new spot for everything else as well. I think my nether portal is probably gonna end up going outside. I think I want to just put it like right here or something, like just right outside my door, so it's not in my house. And then this I'm probably gonna also end up deleting because it obviously is not functioning the way I would like it to. So I would prefer if we could figure it out completely before we... Alright. So we're over on those two. We can go ahead and just delete those, I guess. If we need more materials, we can just go mine some. It's really not that serious. I just want to get rid of this like honeycomb terrain we have going because it kind of activates my trypophobia. It's like a fear of holes, or like a massive amount of holes making you uncomfortable. Yeah, I know the jokes, but like seriously, like, this is actually a thing that it really just makes me feel weird. Like I get like tingling in my hands and shit. It's really, really strange. But it mainly comes from like spider nests and beehives, stuff like that. That's usually where I'll have like a flare up. That I'll feel the need to like look all over my surroundings, especially up. Stuff like that. I'm gonna go on a limb and say we're not gonna have enough here. Alright, we didn't have enough, but the good news is what we can do is we'll I think there's somewhere where we can go. Oh, do we have 4 iron golems now? Yeah, we do. We have 4. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 is over there somewhere. He's been stuck there for a minute, and there he is. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Crazy. 4 iron golems. For my tiny little village. With thunk. But yeah, I think it was an area around that pillager outpost that I mined out. I can't remember if it was my original one or my new one. I think it was my new one though. I'll have to take a look into that. So we'll go this way. We'll go back to the old pillager outpost and see if we can find it. I think my old portal has been removed though, so we might be SOL. Might be. Should have a look. But it's fun to think. That stupid Enderman put his. Oh, that's right. Let me just do this. I won't be able to see, but oops. It's in a hole behind one of these walls. I think it's this one. Nope. Here? Might actually be behind this wall. Yep. Just do that. So this is where my old portal was. This is where the old pillager outpost was as well. This old area is still here. The bones of it at least. And until we found our recent outpost, this was kind of our main outpost, but now that we found the new one that's even closer, this one has kind of lost its purpose. That's why I took all my stuff and moved away. I don't remember how many episodes that was ago, but the portal is still here, it's still connected. I just can't remember where we flew to. I think it was into this plains biome. And then we mined out this giant chunk of land. Well, it wasn't giant, but it was a chunk of land in the plains biome. What's that? Oh, it's a tree. But yeah, there was this little area of the plains biome, and we mined out a giant chunk of it. I just want to see if I can find it. If I can't find it, then it's fine, because I'll just start a new one. Oh, yep, there it is. Found it. So this is what we originally mined out. I mined this a million years ago. This was a while back. It's around 2,500 blocks from spawn, so it's not something you'd ever accidentally come across if you're in my world. It's just the place where I like to get my grass. What I would like to do is make a portal here, so I don't have to try and find my way back. But the truth is I'm like never coming here, so it's kind of, you know, not worth the effort. funny because if I had flown closer to the spawn region, I would have actually found the other fortress first, but instead I opted to go further out. I was like, there's probably not a portal close to 0, 0, so I'm just gonna fly further out and see what happens. I don't remember how I ended up coming across this portal, or outpost, but it met the needs, and that was kind of all I needed. But I definitely do appreciate the new one a lot more than I appreciate the other one. That's why this highway is pretty much abandoned at this point. I don't think I'll ever end up using this. There isn't really a reason to. But yeah, once we mine out this giant area here and get this highway functional, this will be the way to our blue ice. Farm, but because we don't really need it right now, we haven't really done much work on it. Oh, God bless. There isn't really a reason for me to even go down there, so it's kind of been something I've just been putting on the back burner. Had more important projects in focus, so something like that is not exactly my priority. Redoing the entire highway system by nether spawn was kind of like the biggest thing that I've had to do in a minute, and it was very important that we get it done, because this is my infrastructure, this is my everything. This is what makes my world, this is what makes travel easy. And if this doesn't look good, then what do I have? But the fact that I've went through the effort, got it squared away over a course of a couple streams, means that I care. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up moving my nether portal outside. I do miss I do miss the I miss the what's it called? I miss the I miss the nether portal room. If that's one thing I wish I could probably not have had to get rid of, it would probably be the nether portal room. I love that nether portal room. It was so sad that I had to get rid of it for reasons. Reasons being, when I created it, it was in a terrible spot. Well, when I created it, it was actually in a very ideal spot. But as time has went on, it became a very unideal spot. So at that point, I had to basically get rid of it and say, hey, I should probably, you know, think about what I'm doing here. All right, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of all of the like bone meal and stuff, and all the spare lanterns that we have sitting around. But other than that, I mean, there isn't really much else for me to do with this area. I'll throw some occasional bone meal down, but there's just so much grass here, you can tell it was not naturally made. of it. So it looks natural again. Like I said, I'm not going to return to this terrain to its complete original state like I've done with voice crack, like I've done with other areas of this world, but I'll probably end up having a nice mountainside walkway that'll come from up there, or the middle, like right here. Because what this was is this is originally meant to, this sharp turn right here doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it connects to pretty redundant parts of my my base. So the better idea would be to completely axe that path and instead have one road that loops all the way around and goes up to the either bridge and or creeper statue that I wanted. I'm gonna have an amazing railway system. If I do end up having one, it's gonna look amazing. I already have kind of an idea of what I want to do in my head. I want to go for like a old school, like rustic feel, like something like that, but instead have it like really wide, have some really grand pillars coming off the ground. Just some really cool stuff planned for that. Or have the creeper statue there. I don't know where exactly the creeper statue is going to go. That's why I'm kind of been holding off on it, is I don't know where exactly I would want it right now. But if I ever do figure it out, that'd be great. Oh, that one's not even freaking gravel. That's just straight whatever. But yeah, the creeper statue is probably going to end up going somewhere. Where? I have no idea. But there's going to be the creeper statue, a nice little walkway coming down the mountain. And it's going to look really good. And then that'll end up coming over to the railroad station that I have planned, which is going to go that way. And for right now, I don't actually have a plan for that way. So that's why I've pretty much had it halted, that idea. It's because I don't really know what the purpose of putting a bridge that way would do. There isn't anything that way that's desirable. The only way that has something desirable is that way. And coming off that mountain, going over that village that would take a lot of time. So I'd prefer if we just stick with this. Or I'm probably gonna have to use the restroom in a little bit. But I think so far we've been doing pretty good on things here. We completely fixed nether spawn. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And then now we have basically all of the nether highways on a specific system, which will make things so much easier going forward. Because I can just build all of them to that spec, so I'll never have to build anything twice. It's a very intricate system, it looks good, and finally isn't hard on the eyes, which I think was probably the biggest con of my original system, apart from it being very technical, whereas the new system is not. The new system takes a lot less time to make as well, and is a lot less material material. What's that word I'm looking for? Like it doesn't use as many materials. Saves on blue ice a lot. We probably will never need blue ice ever again. I mean, I have like double chests. I think I have a full double chest filled with just blue ice, so I think we are literally just fine when it comes to blue ice. We'll never ever need it again. So the fact that I got that figured out is very nice. Now, unfortunately, I am gonna spoil something, and it's really gonna pain me to say, because I got news of this a couple weeks ago, but I haven't really had, it hasn't come to my mind that it's gonna affect my streaming. But I am gonna be moving back. I'm gonna be moving continentally, so I'm not gonna be in. I'm actually moving like over the ocean, so I'm not just moving like houses. I'm moving completely over the ocean. So this is gonna affect my streaming schedule because I'm gonna be without a computer for an extended period of time. Oh, there's a zombie here. How much time? I'm not exactly sure. Probably a couple months, maybe more. By a couple, I mean like, yeah, like 2 months at least. It honestly depends on how things go with shipping, but I will end up having to pause streams for a little while due to moving, which is gonna really suck because I do really enjoy streaming, and having to cut that off is gonna be a bit of a disaster. But I trust that my computer will arrive pretty quickly. How did you end up all the way over here? No wonder it's spawning more golems. They get lost. But yeah, my fear is that I'm gonna be like finally content with the world, and then I'm gonna have to move. And also, there's the issue of Windows 10 becoming obsolete, so I'm gonna have to move to Linux, which is gonna be even more of a disaster because I don't know how my Minecraft files are gonna hold up. This world is very large now. I have a backup of it, but it's, I think, getting to the point where it's gonna be too big to store on a like thumb drive. Well, I'll have to do like a full backup on it if I want to keep it. And if not, then we have to start over, of course. But yeah, that's just some things I'd like to mention happening in the coming months. Like not tomorrow, not even within the next couple months, like within the next, like, I would say 3 to 4 months. This would probably end up coming to fruition, and it'd be a little upset. It's gonna be upsetting. I already know it's gonna be a little upsetting. But anyway, um, sorry. Sorry, my brain's just a little fried. I'm a little tired. I do want to end up finishing, at least getting this area set back to full grass. So I'm gonna have to figure out where else I can get dirt from because I don't want to have to consistently travel to that area. I think what I'll do since it's like midday is I'm gonna go ahead and oh, you know what I said I was gonna do? I said I was gonna get rid of the move my portal around and move my railway around as well. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna have enough time for that. Yeah. I think either this stream or next stream or the stream after, I want to work on getting rid of this entire like system here. I feel like the soul sand ambience of this biome, or like I feel like the soul sand ambience really adds to the like gloominess of this area. This abandoned highway feels really strange, honestly. So the way we went to it was we flew. I think it was like straight this way. Look at that. Bingo. I can actually get to it in one firework. I'm not good. Too easy. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and just this. But yeah, the reason I mentioned that is just because I'm going to end up disappearing, but I'm not going to disappear forever. I'm just going to disappear for a very short period of time. It's going to be a pretty stressful time in my life, but I don't know the certainty of me actually being able to stream once I get to the States or anything. That's where I'm going. I'm going to the States. But yeah, I don't really know the certainty of anything happening. That is not enough. Why do I keep thinking that that's enough? Okay, that's the cave, so we'll stop there. We'll go ahead and do that side again. Yeah, this isn't even worthy of a highway because it's not something that I need, like, ever. But literally the only reason I need it is because I'm repairing a giant chunk of terrain that I terraformed. Alright, let's go ahead and head back. I think that's more than enough. I am gonna have to use 2 fireworks since I need to get on top of the outpost, though. Maybe 3, depending on how far it is away. No, I'm gonna make it in 2. Easy peasy. I could leave an abandoned portal down here, but I honestly don't even know what the purpose would be. There's actually a cave behind this wall. It's quite interesting. Oh my God bless. I wonder if that was accidental or on purpose on the skeleton's part. Probably on purpose, if I had to guess. Their AI is kind of crazy. Alright, so unfortunately we have to get rid of everything. And by everything I mean everything, because it's not aligned anymore, so I can't take it anymore. I'm just gonna get rid of this so that I don't hurt your eyes, I don't hurt my own eyes anymore. Just, it's too much for me. We're heading this way anyway. I'll offer a clean slate for when I actually want to do this, which is not today. We're going to be finishing up the terraforming and then maybe working on some other things. But for right now, I'm just going to there's another song. It's crazy. I spent all this time building this. Here I am just destroying it. Hours and hours of work. I remember building this. I think this took me 2 streams to build. I think it legitimately took 2 streams to build this entire thing. And it's going away. It's so much easier to destroy things than to create them. Oh, I'm out of inventory room. You actually placed that block in a decent spot, that Enderman. I don't usually have this many stairs, that's why I'm like, ooh. I'm gonna just go back and get what I need. Yeah, it already looks so much better without the thing. I think what I'll do though is I'll begin placing some guidelines for myself. Something I do need to do though is I need another villager. I don't think we're doing this with the right inventory. Yeah, because we're out of room again. God damn. Alright, I think I think that's probably from the ender chest. Same with the flint and steel. Why do I have a flint and steel on me? Like on my person. There we go. One side completely done. And what we'll do is we will we're gonna place some guidelines. Not right now, but or actually, yeah, we'll place some guidelines right now. I don't mind doing that. I'll just oop. I was looking to see if we had any what's it called? Like stray blocks. These Endermen love messing with my terrain. So it goes underneath the left block by the gold every single time. It's not going to change. It's going to be the same every single time. See a stair back there. I like this because we're slowly inching at it. We're not tackling it all in one stream because this is gonna be a massive feat doing this, and we've been slowly just inching at this thing now. And I think all of this ice is also incorrect, so we're gonna have to redo all the ice anyway. Is it supposed to be aligned with the oh boy, here we go. It's supposed to be aligned with the support beams that we have, but because the support beams we have are wrong, so now it's there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. And since that area opens up, we're gonna just do this. Remember when I said I was done working in the Nether for the day? Yeah, I lied. It's alright, because what I'm doing today is not even gonna knock a small dent into the big picture here. There's so much work I have to do here. It's probably gonna take me hours to finish this section. And right now it's basically useless because it's not even connected to anything. It just goes to nothing. So you might be like, oh, what's the point of even doing it? Because it's gonna lead to something, just not right now. Right now it's fortunately in a state where it's not exactly functional. It's gonna look good once we get there. But right now, I was like, where's my boat? And it's just sitting there. It's funny because this all started as a trip to just go get some dirt. And now I'm completely demolishing this tunnel. Not entirely. I'm just going to do the walls today. Because this is going to take more than... If I were to solely focus on this, I'd be here until the sun goes down. Like, I'm already a little over 2 hours in. I'm probably gonna go to about 3 and then call it a day. So, I got another like 40 minutes ahead of me. And there's no way I can completely redo this highway in 40 minutes. This annoys me because this is like the last little remnant I have of that older style highway that I despise. I mean, luckily my older streams were such bad quality because it didn't matter how the highway looked. It's weird because I'm someone who prides myself on infrastructure, yet those early highways were just not at all what infrastructure is. It was not efficient. It wasn't easy on the eyes. Sure, it worked, but that was kind of about it. So next stream, we'll probably end up doing the ceiling, the ice, and probably the walls. We'll just get rid of all of the remaining older remnants of the highway, and then we can begin work on the building the new one. The building the new part is the easiest part, considering we have some pretty good bones here. And we have the materials as well. That's the thing. Oh yeah, we're really close to the end. So I don't mind continuing here. But yeah, I'm probably in the next few minutes gonna take a quick restroom break and just be right back. Alright, so that's the walls. They're all taken care of. That block was missing before, so it's fine. I think the Enderman took it. But yeah, now we have both walls removed, so we don't have to see that awful freaking thing again when we're going down there. And next time we can probably remove the walls, remove the flooring here, remove the ice, remove the ceilings. I mean, we still have a lot of work to do, but that was a really good start to the restoration process. Lots of stuff mined, reset, and look at all of the freaking blackstone I have right now. It's insane. Alright, now we can go back to the surface. Now that we finished it. But by the end of the day, I want to be able to... I'm going to rehome the nether portal and the and maybe the railway system. But first we're gonna go over here and fill in the holes. But first I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. I'm also gonna get myself off screen. And we're just gonna take a quick minute or so break. So I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm back from my break. Like I said, a couple minutes. And we're gonna get straight back into this. Still a bit unsure of what I want to do. I think I do want to end up doing that path that path idea that I had. But I have no idea what will go in the middle if I do that path strat that goes around. I'll probably find something to put in the middle. Maybe what we could do is we could put the path going around here, going all the way over to here, and then have the bridge, like we said, but in this big empty area that we're gonna have in the middle, we can maybe turn that into the creeper statue home, so that we don't have to try to find another home for the creeper statue. It's crazy because I have more than just the creeper statue in the works. I've also been brainstorming about having a massive cathedral at some point somewhere. Unfortunately, my spawn or like this main area right here is obviously not going to be the nicest home for something like that. There just is not enough room here for a giant cathedral in terms of like the scale that I'm thinking. No chance. But it's always worth looking in surrounding areas because I do want to have this close to my spawn hub so I don't have to nether portal to it, and we could maybe have like a railway going to it. But I'm probably gonna have to fly around and gauge my surroundings. Let's go ahead and fly up just to see how this main area looks. Looks pretty good. I like that. It looks nice. I'm gonna leave the cobblestone stuff there just because I want to see if there's a good area for this cathedral. I mean, this area right here is not bad. So we have this right here. This is a beautiful area. Having a nice cathedral down in the middle would be pretty cool. I also have been clearing out a massive area over here where the dark oak trees are. It isn't a massive area. When I look at it, it's not very big. But this is probably where I'm gonna have a beach house at some point, and it's gonna go there. So there is one place where I know that there's a massive flat area. Like completely flat. It's this way. So we can go this way and take a quick gander at the area and see if it's fit. Some bees here. So right here is where I was thinking, because there's this massive area. I mean, it is huge. And it's basically flat, and there isn't really much going on here. There used to be a forest here, but I chopped all the trees down to use for a different build. And I think that having the cathedral here would be really cool. So it's just an idea for a future project. Like I said, we have a bunch of things to do ahead of that, but in a later build, it would be really cool if we could have a cathedral in an area that's close to spawn, so I don't have to fly all the way, or use another portal to go all the way over there. It's still a considerable distance, I would say, but it's not the end of the world. A distance that far, that is. But yeah, what I'm thinking is we get rid of this path right here, because to be honest, I never use this path right here. Like, I don't think I ever used this path, and I think it would make more sense to have a path on the side of the mountain right here. This beautiful walkway going around. It would be utility focused, and yeah. Another path I haven't really been using is the main one, the literal main path to my house. But then again, I never use that thing anyway. Like the path that goes here, I rarely ever use this path. Even if this was like the main initial path to my house. What I'll do is I'll just come out and I'll jump here, I'll jump here, and I'll jump here. And then I'm in the village area. Easy peasy. Within 5 seconds, and then I can just jump right, and then I'm here. Over in the new area. So I think we're gonna do is we're probably gonna end up getting rid of this old path here. I'm not gonna say fill it with trees because I don't know what we're exactly gonna do with it yet. But I do want to have a path around, right around the front of this house. Not exactly here, but probably around here. That moves a little bit to the left, goes here, runs along the side of this mountain, all the way until right here, and then it'll merge over and connect here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I think it would be nice to have that connection there. And then that would go up the mountain, as it's been planned for like 40 streams now. And then this one would come over here, and this would be our railway system. But that is the plan. So I think what we could do for right now is just get rid of this pathway right here, because there isn't really a use for it. And I think it just kind of makes sense to prioritize builds that are going to be here for the long run. Yeah, the problem is I've been working on my freaking end portal for 10 million years. So I'm so far behind in my world. every other aspect. My home base should be so much more developed at this point. I'm over 2,000. I'm over 1,200 days into this world, and my home base is a complete disaster. Not a complete disaster. I mean, it's a disaster, just not a complete disaster. My house looks good. Big Farm Mountain looks good. I have a really good villager area. I mean, I have a lot of positives to my base, but a lot of things can be changed. So that's probably going to be the main focus, is focusing on bringing my base up to where it needs to be. And I think what we'll do is, for our 2,000 milestone, which is not even close, I know, I'm like probably months away from being close to working on that milestone. Yeah, that's probably how this is gonna go. Yeah. Should I keep that one? I'll keep that one, but I won't keep the rest. We'll turn this all back into grass and we'll go from there. Alright, so that's good. Crazy how this works. But yeah, if we ever hit our 2K milestone, I'm gonna go back to the 1K milestone and make some slight changes. I'll probably end up finishing what I wanted to finish there for 2K, since 1K didn't really go exactly as planned. 2K going as planned would be pretty cool, but that's significantly far away. I'd prefer if we don't even think about it. New paper. We do have some paper in here. I just need 7. And speaking of, you know, the one like major thing that we don't have is a like a farm. We don't have like an animal farm. All we have is cows. We have a few cows and that's it. I'm not saying we need like 1,000,000 of every animal, but we at least need to get one of like cow, pig, chicken, sheep. That, at least that. And if we want to do more, then we can do more. But yeah, the 1K milestone isn't even my milestone. The 1K like thing isn't even that far away from my house. It's literally like just right here. The original plan was to have like two big speaker systems here, one on each side. This would be like a dance floor. That would stay as it is, and then this would be like a DJ pad. And it's like right on the ocean, so it's like beachfront, look pretty cool. Maybe have like a bar or something here too. And then I don't know. This was definitely an idea. And it's not even that far from my spawn point. It's so close. That's surprised that I haven't even touched it since 1000. Pretty piss poor milestone, if you ask me. Or milestone. I keep calling it a milestone like it's a... like it is a milestone. It's not. It's not a milestone. It's it's like a celebration build. Yeah, Big Farm Mountain definitely is one of the coolest looking structures. I love Big Farm Mountain. It's like my favorite build. Apart from my main house, Big Farm Mountain is number 2. I mean, the village houses are alright. They're not great. They look a little bland, but other than that, I mean, they look fine. And then the animal farm, I'm not even like proud of that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think that we could do better building wise. I think something else probably could have gone there. I don't know. Right now I'm just running in circles. I don't even know what to do. I'll probably give myself like 15 minutes to get working on something, and if I maybe, yeah, I'll just say 15 minutes until I have to leave. Yeah, 15 minutes will put me at 3 hours. So, what can I do until that? Until then, I don't want to work in the Nether. That's one thing I'm not going to do is work in the Nether. Oh, I know what we can do. This guy keeps scaring me. Do their AI break when they're on like plants or something? I would like to work on this as well as the Nether portal. I think with the Nether portal, I want to experiment with putting it. Oh, I might have to sneeze. I want to experiment with putting it outside and seeing if the portals connect. I hope they do, because this isn't even close to where my initial portal was. It'd be a complete miracle if they connect. If they don't connect, then I completely understand, and I'll just I'll find a way to make it work. But if I can get it to connect outside, then that would be great. Of course, there's like a goddamn plane flying around outside, causing all kinds of noise. But yeah, I was thinking like right here we could put our Nether portal. You might be like, oh wow, why are you putting your Nether portal so close to your house? Why not just put it inside at this point? I think having the portal outside actually makes a lot of sense. Hope this works. Oh my god, no way it linked. Dude, this thing wasn't even close to the original portal. God bless Minecraft portal linking. It's honestly a blessing. Alright. Well, I guess we'll finish the edges. Once again, we're dealing with the issue of having to flip around now, which kind of sucks. I don't know. I like having it there. I think that's a great spot for it. Let me get 4 obsidian so we can the thing is, I think we might actually have enough to work on our end project, but I'm just sick. Yeah, my only issue with the portal being outside is hostile mobs going into the portal. But I think it's honestly fine. And I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take some of these blocks here and we'll just build over what we have here. We'll get rid of that. As long as it's lit up. It's fine. We'll just, oops. We'll use these 4 blocks to build over top of it, and it's like it never happened. Bingo. Let me go ahead and do that. I think we'll keep one of those empty for the dirt. But yeah, I really have no idea what I want to do with my portal, so it's just gonna stay there for now. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't patch this path up. Here I am like, oh, I don't know what to do. When I literally left my path completely undone. Not by much though. Probably like 16. I kind of want to keep these leaves up because they are bugged out. They do not disappear. And I'm wondering if it's because of... Well, it can't be because of corruption because... I thought it would be just on the chunk border. Like, this is on a chunk border, but this one isn't. These two leaves just never disappear. The never disappearing leaves. It's a strange phenomenon. Weird things happen when you have a corrupted world. Yeah, 3 hours is probably gonna be my limit though. What if I have to be so for real? I'm so tired. Not to mention, we're actually doing really well with the reshaping of our base. I think it looks very nice. We're gonna end up getting rid of all this though, because it's gonna end up needing to get redone anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not in the forest, then it doesn't matter. Thing is, this area is now a breeding ground for monsters because it's just a giant flat area with no light. Like during nighttime, this area would be a war zone. It's funny because this wasn't originally the area that I used to fight monsters. The area I originally used to fight monsters was where Big Farm Mountain is currently. I never used never used this. I mean, I think I briefly used this area, but it wasn't like my every time kind of thing. I would like run around over there, and there was so much space that kind of always finding monsters over there. So but yeah, I'm just working on getting this good, getting this area sorted out. The fact that it looks this good is already an improvement. I think like right outside is where we're gonna start, right here, until it hits the forest, and then we'll plan accordingly. So it's like probably end up just leaving that, but all this can go or a place where needed. Alright, well this area is completely cleared out. It looks good as new again, which is great. It's nice, flat, open, and it just looks fine. So I think these were probably along the sides. Just weirdly placed roses and stuff. I'm going to toss all of that. I don't need any of that. Alright, so this is how it's going to look for the current moment. I mean, even this is just a major improvement from where it was just one stream ago. We're probably going to do some terrain changes. Like, especially with this right here. This just looks really weird. I know this is not what the original terrain looked like. It was never a giant L, so maybe next time we can use some older terrain analysis to rebuild the terrain and then use that to build our paths, but right now I think I'm pretty much done with this area specifically. The only other thing that I would like to touch on this stream before I end it, and by like I mean like the only thing that I need to touch on is probably this, but even this I think it's gonna take just a hair longer than I would prefer. So I'll probably save this for next stream. We're gonna go back to the Nether. I'm going back to the Nether. It's right here. Yeah, the only issue is if monsters come through here, which would be a disaster. That's the only reason I like to have my portal inside, is because of monsters. Even if the area is like well lit, there's still a small risk of a monster coming through, and then when you walk through, they're just standing right there. So that's really the only risk that you have to worry about. I'm gonna do as much as I can before we log off, though. I originally wasn't going to do all this, but I really have nothing else to do, or nothing else that I can do in the allotted time, and I think this might give me just enough time to work out what I want to work out. What is this? What a weird set of... Oh, there was a cave here at some point, like a ravine. Huh. Interesting. I don't even remember this ever existing. There's actually gold here, which is interesting. Well, it doesn't exist anymore. I keep hearing it, but I'm gonna build over it. There's another cave right there. And of course, he's gonna get right in the way, as zombified piglins tend to do. Last thing I need to do is die, because I'm trying to be proactive with my infrastructure building. There's actually a open area right here that I didn't even know existed. We can make this a brief open area, honestly. Now that we're redoing this area completely, it kind of makes sense to see these areas and be like, huh, add some variety, we can make it that an open area instead of closed area. I'll have to see how the sandstone fits into that, but of course we have a ton of zombified piglins spawn right where we're working. So it's weird because this side's actually easier to mine out. So we'll have to do the ceiling. And then we'll do the floors. depending on time. Like I said, it's about that time right now. I might end it after this, though. And that'll leave the ice, the ceiling. That is actually a pretty decently sized ravine. I think I see why I didn't entertain it. Because the it's like a horizontal ravine. There's another one. Dang, these ravines are common. There's another one. That one looks more like a pit of lava, but same difference. But yeah. No, the sides are done. We're gonna have to completely redo the ice. I should probably do that now, actually. I think we have enough inventory room for this. And then we'll mine out one of the sides on the way back. That is a big one. Beautiful execution. Didn't expect any less of myself. Yeah, this is probably the last thing I'm gonna do, is mine out this ice. We'll mine out one of the walls there, so it's basically a reminder that I have to do it. And then I'll probably end stream for today and call it. I think we've done a really good job thus far. And there isn't really a... Oops. Reason to continue. God, you know something is useless when you'll take one cut sandstone and one nether gold ore over 2 stacks of it. We just have so much of this stuff. I really don't need more. Man, that took like literally less than a minute to do all that. So next time, or at least I'm just gonna explain what I have left to do here. We're gonna replace the ice back where it needs to go. We will get rid of the ceiling. We gotta put all of the wall blocks back in, like the gold, the pig, everything else. All that's gotta go back in. We gotta do all of the infrastructure itself. And yeah. We did a lot today on that, and that's great. Because I don't know if I'm fully gonna commit to it. Like doing everything again. I think I might have to because of how much ice I have. I'm literally at a point where I am too much ice. Didn't even know this was a possibility. Alright, well, we're a little over 3 hours in. I forgot that I spawned outside my portal. That is one scary thing, though, about having my portal there now, is, wait, let me see. I want to see something. Thing spawning there? I see a creeper down there. I don't see anything spawning there, though. I see one creeper. That's it. Turn my back for a second and see what happens. Nope. Just a creeper. No, things don't want to spawn there, apparently. It's weird because it's a big open area. I think we've been having that issue since forever, of nothing wanting to spawn there. But I think that's gonna end up doing it for me today. Pretty eventful stream in terms of all the builds that I've had to do today, but not very eventful in terms of anything else. I've kind of just been building, done a lot. Just to recap before I hit the road, I never got to finish that, but that's fine. We can do that next stream. We completely regrassed and got rid of all the terrain and everything from the coaster, so all that's left is a small little path on the side, which is going to be repurposed. We got rid of that path there as well. We did a lot of work in the Nether. We didn't really touch the end today, but in the Nether we remade everything on our highway system. So now the like Nether hub as well as the initial start of the highway is all in sync. And we did a lot of work on the extended highway. We did a lot of work on the extended highway so that next time we can not finish it, but do a little bit of work on it. And we have a lot of great ideas in the works for everything. Slowly but surely getting this world to where it needs to be for episode 100. We're still 10 episodes away from episode 100. It'll be 11. 11 episodes from now will be episode 100. So we're 10 away? I don't know. We're not that far away though. Is what I'm trying to say. We're pretty close to episode 100. And I think at some point I do want to go back to streaming twice a week on hardcore. So we might actually hit episode 100 a lot faster than I would think, but before I take that massive hiatus, like I said, I would like to get a lot of hardcore Minecraft in and maybe some other games and stuff. But for right now, I think that's probably going to be it for me. I've done a lot today, and I want to go enjoy the grass. I'm going to go touch the grass while the sun's still out. So I'm going to say bye on my camera. And I'm going to say bye as well. So that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.